Local Government Administrator of Obio local government area has restored the name of the former Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike, to the admin block of the Obio local government area secretariat. Dr. Ndu Walter, the sole administrator of the local government area, made the change after it was earlier removed by the council former chairman, Mr. Chijoke Ihunwo. Mr. Ihunwo, an ally of Governor Simlaye Fubara, had replaced Wike's name with that of late minority rights activist Senator Obi Wale. A video posted recently confirmed that Wike's name is now back on the admin block. The decision comes in the middle of the ongoing political crisis in Rivers State. Recall that President Bola Tinubu had earlier suspended Governor Fubara in March and appointed retired Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas as a new sole administrator to take over leadership in the state. This move followed a long-running disagreement between Governor Fubara and his predecessor, Wike, over control of the political structure in the state. What is your take on this move by Obio local government administrator, Emmy?
I think there are some things that are considered very unnecessary. Because when you consider the many issues that are plaguing Rivers State currently, you look at poverty, you look at misery index, you look at unemployment, you look at bad infrastructures, you look at even the social relationship and all that. These are the things that I think government should have focused. And all lovers of government, including followers, should be thinking towards this direction. People are suffering in Rivers State. For the past 2 years, you know, we learned that a particular supposedly budget, you know, that was passed in 2024 was implemented to 100%. And money were budgeted for agriculture, money were budgeted for creation of jobs and the rest of it. But unfortunately, we didn't see anything that has to do with agriculture to improve food supply in Rivers State. So there is level of hunger is very high. The competition for food in Rivers is so high because most of the things we are eating are coming from outside the states. We bring gari, we bring rice, we bring tomato, we bring okra, we bring pepper, everything. So the money here, you know, competing for the available is so much that is increasing the prices of foodstuffs in Rivers State. I think government should have focused their attention on this rather than doing a renaming and not renaming. For me, it's very unnecessary. But however, it has been brought to the table, so we must look at it. We are talking about reconciliation, we're talking about peace. And for you to embark on the path of peace, sometimes you sit down to look at it. Where have we gone wrong? At what point did we start this wrong journey? If you are truly for peace. So you retrace your step to that point. You started the journey of wrongdoing. So you correct it from there. That is what they call the foundation. If this one is corrected, even the person that has been angry will say, this person actually they are sincere. You will now relax your anger a little bit. They build it's an administrative block, you know, Akpor local government secretariat, and there are other blocks as well. It was built and named after Chief Nyesom Wike, one time local government chairman who served in that Akpor local government secretariat, one time chief of staff, one time minister, now governor. So they believe that maybe the person who named the structure over him believes he has contributed a lot to the development of Obio. It's not even easy to build flyover. Plenty of it, they flooded Obio and the rest of it. So maybe that is the point the man looked at it from. So it's a way to immortalize the name of Nyesom Wike as former governor, former chairman of the secretariat. And he named the building after him. But politics of bitterness came. I call it politics of bitterness because I see no reason why Chijoke Ihunwo will come and just remove the name. I remove everything that has to do with Nyesom Wike. I think all these are somehow bitter politics that do us no good. You remove the name, creating some level of bitterness. Wike supporters within that local government and even working in that state will not be happy, right? And anytime they are making reference to some of this is that trigger the political tension, they will also say, what did this one do? This one did that. He did A, he did B. Even in Obio, imagine just a name on a building, he remove it. What manner of heart is that? They always make reference to such actions. So this administrator came, maybe he has discovered that if we must settle everything amicably and return to the path of peace, now we need to undo those things that were wrongly done. So let's return to status quo. The name of Chief Wike was here before. So let's return the name. Meaning we have returned to where we started. If you must immortalize Obiwali, there are other structures within the secretariats. There are other things you can actually do. It's not by bringing down one Obiakpo son to, to elevate another Obiakpo. You are creating some bad blood. It's not good. Even outside politics, those who believe in Wike as family will not be happy with such action. Why those of Obiwali might be happy? Oh, our brother, father name, is now in Obiakpo, while the other will be grumbling. But first of all, we have this. It might even create some bad between these two families. So let us return back to where we started doing the wrong things. I believe that is what they have just done.
All right, but you don't think that politically it is possible that this sole administrator this local government administrator is also seeking some form of political favor by this particular move? I mean, like it or yes, local government elections will definitely come up.
See,
is this not a form of lobbying?
Aristotle said we are all political animals. No human that is completely apolitical. No human. As long as you have blood flowing in your veins, you must have certain political sentiments. And even the law permits you to associate freely. Whether a political group, whether a pressure group, whatever group, you can associate. And being a son of Obiakpo, you're also entitled with that right to contest and to belong to a political party and run for any election that you think you want to aspire for. You have that right. But we are looking at a particular issue on ground. Because if you go to everywhere, talking about peace, you can't say we should go to peace or to discuss peace. And some wrongdoing are glaring at my face. It's not right. So whether it has some political leanings, whether it has some political interest, those are not really necessary. Now the necessary thing here is that building, ab initio, was named after who? Was named after Wike. So if we say, okay, we have been fighting, now let's resolve, let's stop fighting, let's stop the quarrel. Definitely we must undo some of these things that trigger the quarrel now, for us to settle and have that peace of mind. And that means returning to status quo. Okay, the name was removed before for politics. It was for political reason. That's why Chijoke will remove the name. Not because Chief Nyesom Wike didn't merit it. Politics can give, politics can take. So even if you look at it from the angle of politics, we therefore conclude that by saying that politics named and politics came are renamed. The politics has come again to rename.
Politics removed and politics brought it back. Now that's the question. You have made a case why it is right for the FCT's minister's name to be returned, and you have also made a case on why it should not have been removed in the first instance.
Yes.
Now my problem or my question is not centered around the returning of the name. My question is around the motive behind that action.
So if you go by motive, are we saying that the motive that removed Nyesom Wike was political, Abi?
The question is not whether it is political or not.
No, we are trying to agree. Now let us meet at a junction.
The question is not whether it is political. Of course, it was political crisis.
So why will you be angry? Politics be undo what politics did.
My question is the motive behind that action. Granted, it's a political motive. What is the motive behind the political move?
The motive for me now is this. A bitter motive came in support of certain persons to insult and slap certain persons. And he came with that mindset, let us undo him here. And you politically wiped the name from the structure. Then politically, politics now came again and discovered that what was done politically initially was wrong. So we need to politically settle this matter. And politically, it was renamed after the first name. So everything
for
now
you,
is back to
it's a means of
settling
making the peace.
Making the peace, dousing tension, and showing genuine path to reconciliation. And you do not think
this is superficial. When you say it is a path to making the peace, it would have been different if the person who pulled it down in the first instance returned it.
The person...
But now, the person is not the person that did it, but a different person. Now, which brings to mind, or which begs the question which I had asked you earlier, that you're politically and Nicodemusly trying to run around.
I'm not running around. Look at it.
That's what you're doing. So I am going to still ask you that question.
Let's look at this thing critically.
Okay, go ahead.
Now look at it. The person who named the structure after Wike was brought in by recognized elections, which follows the laws of Rivers State and the laws of Nigeria. So democratically, it was right to have occupied that office, and he did what he did, not offending any law. Now the person who removed came in through the back door. Is not known by our laws. It's not even qualified to be there initial. He's not supposed to be the chairman. In fact, he's not a chairman. So he Nicodemusly
was sacked by the Supreme
Court.
Court.
He was Nicodemusly.
Okay. You're borrowing my language.
Yes, let me borrow from you now. He Nicodemusly came in through the back door. Why Rivers people were shouting, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? So he went for politics with an intention to insult somebody. Remove the name. So it means there was a concluded motive that he wanted to achieve from a certain camp, which he actually did. Our law now said, we don't know you. Your occupant of that office is illegal. Pack your kaya and leave immediately, because what you are doing is stealing. It therefore means every action that he or that took, naming of building Nicodemusly and doing every other thing, was illegal. So in the first place, if with the eyes of the law, what he did, naming that building after Buhari, was even illegal, was wrong, morally and constitutionally.
He has no right.
He has no right to have done so. Now another person now came through emergency rule and saw that our law already condemned your action in the first place, so you have no right to even do this one, and he just removed it. So everything that was gone is gone. So let's return the name to the original name. They wipe up that paint that covered the Wike name and wash it with maybe with whatever soap, and the name came up again. We saw Chief Nyesom Wike, the original name. So I think nobody should have issues there. Nobody should find that disturbing.
I think, in all honesty, that's a very smart Nicodemus way of answering the question. But, you know, it still boils down to the authenticity of who did what and who didn't do what is not even in question. What I asked was with regards to the person
who did it.
Yes.
It should not be an issue now.
The administrator of the local government. That's why I asked the motive behind that action.
It shouldn't be an issue,
as much as you commend the action and as much as you give it backing for that to happen. Now, I am asking, in line or in view of the upcoming local government elections, is this a move to curry favor?
From who?
To lobby.
From who now?
The FCT minister.
The point now is something was wrongly done. I believe even the spirit of Senator Obi Wale will be very angry at that.
Now you're blackmailing.
No, it will be very angry. I believe, because what I was told that Senator Obi Wale is too for the Ikweres and Rivers State was for the good of all. Unity, peace. Working together as Ikwere people. Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike is an Ikwere. Late Senator Obi Wale is an Ikwere. So he will not even be happy that his younger brother, who is alive, is being insulted the way Chijoke Iwo did. He will not be happy. His spirit will even, I believe the day Chijoke wipe off the name of Wike from that building, Obi Wale won't be happy. I believe he would have been so sad.
Okay.
That no. This thing you did, I'm not happy.
Emmy, you're resorting to blackmail right now.
No, I'm telling you, because I was told that the man stood for the unity of Ikwere. So why will you be bringing Pichi to Ikwere sons together? He will not be happy now.